Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Wanani Korombi, aka KB General. So I've been uploading a few videos. This is my fourth video, and I'm getting reflections. And honestly speaking, I need to thank you guys for those reflections, and I want to keep on improving for like everything that you highlighted there. So yeah, I realized that there is more into the questions that were asked, most importantly on the medicine part. So this video is just about how I survived my medicine years, basically the past years that I've been in medicine, and also a little bit of how I got into it, because I can't just go straight into how I survived it, whereas I don't give you a history on how I got into it. So when I was in matric, I applied for, I love engineering, love mechanical engineering. So my friends and I, we applied for medicine. It's just like a third choice, vets, applied for mechanical, civil, and went to all the other universities, just like medicine. I mean, so it was just mechanical, and all the engineering courses. Then I only applied it for medicine. Then from there it was January, and I was taken for civil engineering, which was my second choice. And then at first, my first choice was mechanical though. So after that, I was so scared about vets. They've been telling me that vets child, like it's bad, it chows and all that. So after that, that's when I got my, I registered, I did everything. I even went home, vets gives you that period. I even went home to my friends, hey guys, I'm going to vets. And the feeling of going to vets, like, yeah, I made it and all that. So I was also like, getting my student card. I think I still have the student card. So I brought it here. Like, yeah, I got accepted at vets, going to vets and all that. So I was in a distinction student, distinction candidate, honestly speaking. I wasn't one. So I think I should do one of those videos, but I was in one, like how to get into medicine, whereas like you're not that good in high school, So I think I should do one just for the matriculants and all that. So I got there and like vets and did all the things. Then when I was at home, I had this feeling of medicine, man. I started like having this feeling. I wasn't well with being at vets. I loved vets, but for engineering. So suddenly I developed the feeling for medicine, the love for medicine there. So that's when that's when I just got a call after some time, when I was at home. They said, come register next week or something like that, or in a few days to come. Yeah, 2 days, to come register and all that. So I just got into a taxi. My clothes were already here in Joburg in man's place, so I just had my school bag and came here. When I came here, because they told me I didn't accepted to study medicine at SEFAKO. I came here, they told me it's an extended program and all that. I said, it doesn't matter. I want to do medicine. So I got here, apparently it's an extended program, So it's not really that you're going to start for like first year in medicine. It's an extended program. So it's not sort of, I can't say it's a bridging course, but it's like they give you space, to say that we want to give you an opportunity. And if you do well, we're going to take you to medicine 1, So it's just like a bridging course, not really a bridging course. So if you pass, you are certain that you are going to continue with medicine the first year. So you join the matriculants that are coming, So you join the first year as the following year. So when I got there, I said, that doesn't matter. I'm in. Then that's when I applied. I registered and all that. They registered at vets and the other universities that I didn't even go to register and all that. So yeah, that was my ECP, my extended program of medicine. That was my ECP 1. That was in 2015. I did my matric in 2014. So yeah, that was that. I got into there, and I think we were around 15 in class, and that's where I got to meet my current friends, Romeo, Karabo, and all that. I got to meet them there. So it became a sort of a family, because it seems like it's a matric class, and you just went to university. You are 15 in class, you do some modules, those emotional intelligence modules, social skills, So that was there. But when I got in there, I'm like, no, man. No. This is not it. Like, they didn't push me in medicine. like I'm doing extended. This can't be. So now I started feeling like down and all that. Now this can't be medicine. This can't be it. I left this for medicine and all that. And I said I love medicine and all that. But now I found out it's extended and all that. So I realized that it's that thing when you want something, you don't care, like you want to be there. But once you are there, you no longer see the importance of it. Like when you met in CP, a lot of people were crying, trying to be inside medicine. For us, if you're there in ECP, you pass. After passing, you're guaranteed, But if you fail, you never do medicine, you're out of the system. So I think it's one of those things that you appreciate something once you don't have it. Once you're inside it, then that's when you don't see the importance of it, But that was when I got accepted to medicine, and that's when I started my medicine. Then my first year I finished 2015. Then I joined. Other guys came in. My matriculants came in 2016. And that's when we joined together. So first year 2016, which is my second year. Second year in 2017 as it goes. So currently I'm doing my 5th year, normally like my 5th year, but it's my 6th year in uni. So yeah. So how did I survive those years? Like those years. Honestly speaking, my ECP one, I tried to push, I tried to study and all that, but it mored me with chemistry, guys. Like honestly speaking, chemistry used to more me. Like that the lecturer there was like a strict one and all that. So, but again, I myself and I wasn't good with chemistry. So chemistry mored me in such a way that when I wrote a re-exam, I went straight for. When I wrote exam, I went straight for the exam. With my friends, and mind you, people are telling that you're gonna be a doctor at home and all that. And yet, I went for the exam on my ECP. And if you fail ECP, you no longer do medicine. So you can fail. This is a heated moment. So if I fail my ECP one, no more of medicine. And at home, everyone in high school, friends in high school, this guy's doing medicine. So I had to swat. Honestly speaking, that chemistry, organic chemistry book, I read it. I had to swat with my friends, a few friends, others, friends. Oh, the other half passes the other one. So I was in that one that failed, So we swatted. Then come the exam, we cleared it. Then that's when we went to our second year, which is first year. Then that's when you continue. Even there, because a lot of things we did them on ACP. So it was just like, we're used to the university and all that. So that was one of the years that I was like, I volunteered to be a class rep. And I think that year is the year that turned to be a great year for me. That's where a lot of things changed about me. That's where I learned a lot, got to be involved in like activities in school, class rep and all that. So it went well, honestly. I didn't have any problems. Like it was just like, because I had developed, since it was my second year, I know now how to move around, how to study and all that. But the most important thing that I can give advice on the first year, which is like medicine one, is to make sure that you don't have to go abroad and take the whole book of physics and you go there and say, now I want to study myself. Everything that was taught during the lecture, you do them. Only do those things. From there, you do the tutorials that were given. From there, you do like the examples that were given during the lecture on those slides. Then the last important thing that you should always do when you go write an exam or any test in university, make sure that you do the previous question papers. You make sure. So examples that were given, tutorials that were there, and the last thing, it's question papers, previous question papers. Do them. They come. So that's how I survived. Like all the tests, everything. That's how I survived in my first year. So make sure you study, you do tutorials, you do examples that were given in the lecture. Then you also do those questions. Never go to an exam. My motto was never go to an exam without doing question papers. From that time up until now, I still use the same thing. I was doing my second year in 2017. So like it was also tough. Like I was saying that if you are a strong person working under pressure, then it will be good for you. But if you need more time, to consolidate the information, then I'm telling you, you are going to suffer. So like to those that are still going to do it, and I believe like those who have done it, they know. So the thing is, you need to make sure that you are on your toes all the time. The other thing that was like too much for me is that I was a class rep by then and all that. So I used to like attend meetings, then make sure that I cover my studies and all that. So the way I survived that is that as a class rep, it forced me to attend classes, and they were helpful. So one thing that you need to make sure in second year, you attend classes. You get to get the tips, So from there, since you do gross anatomy, you do histology and all that, when it comes to tests, you make sure that you do those histology documents, you do them, you practice them, you go over them, plus or minus 3 times. You make sure that since you'll be having the answers and the questions, you go through them so that you know each and every slide or each and every page of the slide of the document. And with gross, you just have to study. Like, you just have to study using the slides. You don't have to go through that big textbook of clinical more and all that. You need to make sure that you read the slides, because you won't have time to read the whole of clinical more textbook. If you have to do that, then you are the candidate of distinctions, and you have more time on your hands, So you just only go there to confirm something that you didn't understand. Oh, okay. Then with osteology and sporter, that's when you need to make sure that you attend those things. If you don't attend them, then you have to read harder. You have to make sure that you put energy on reading them. One of the things that I wasn't always attending the sporters and the practicals and all that. So one thing that it worked for me is that I used to use that McMinn cadaver, the book, the anatomy McMinn, the one that has what is McMinn? Yeah, the one that has like flash, not atlas. Another one that you can see that this is the real cadaver on the picture. So you use that. If you're an attending type, you use that book. You make sure that you're using it. You make sure that you cram everything that is there. If it's a nerve, if it's everything, blood vessel, you cram it. If you're lazy to attend those practicals. Osteology, make sure that you start your bones again. If you're not a type of attending, make sure that you cram those things. But now the system has changed. You guys, they force you to attend those things. So it's not easy to just bank, But the days that you felt like I'm not going to school and all that, then I would advise you to make sure that you invest time on those books. So with gross, again, I said study with histology. That's when I just did all those questions and all that. So that's basically how I survived my second year. So the most important thing that I would say that you should do in second year is that you need to make sure, be aware that you're going to work under pressure. Like, it's a test after every 2 weeks. So because it's anatomy and physiology, we talk about those two. So physiology, that's where now that's when you just need to understand. Physiology, you need to have an understanding of the flow diagram and all that. So that's very important. It's different from anatomy. Anatomy, you don't know during the exam. But with physiology, you can try and think of something. You just need to make sure that you understand the concept of physiology, But it's test after 2 weeks all the time. So one thing that you need to remind yourself about, or you need to do for yourself, is that you, after the first test, you go have fun. Honestly, you go make sure that you have fun, you enjoy yourself. And after that day, let's take your road on a Friday. Now weekend it's yours. Monday you start again. You're going back to read for the test that's coming in 2 weeks time. After that, again, you go have fun. So that's how I managed to do it in second year. So the other thing that really helped me was that when you are a class rep, you know the lecturers. So it works to your benefits. Honestly speaking, this is the truth. I think it's that time that I take it out to all guys. In being involved in school, like it really helps. Like, you have the confidence to go ask, how should I study? How should So it really helped me. I know people be like, hey, they gave you scope, they gave you no guys. You get the confidence to say, hey, lecturer, how do I approach this? So being involved, and I think the one last thing that I should mention here in second year is that you need to make sure that you have you have the confidence, not only in second year, but in all years of medicine, so that you feel free to go ask, when you don't understand something, or go get guidance to say, how do I approach this? How do I study this? Because if you never do that, those lecture hours and all what you call visiting hours, you won't be using them, and it's very important So we go to my third year. My third year was in 2018. I got there again, I was still a class rep. So again, that helped me a lot of time. You know, that's what you did. I didn't talk about poem in second year because like you just have to study. There's nothing more about it. So yeah, again in second year poem, I think I'll do a video for it just to give the practice of medicine. But let's leave it there. My 2018, my third year, that's anatomy, pharmacology, microbiology, psychiatry. You know, that's what I remember. Again, poem is still there. So you make sure that with those things, on a path, you sort it out. You don't understand slides, you make sure that you do the textbook. That's how you need to manage it, you know. And again, consultation. From third year, it's about consultation. You go consult the seniors, you go consult the lecturers and all that. You go to pharmacology, honestly speaking, you SWAT, you always to make sure that you attend lectures. Like one thing that I can emphasize, it's not easy to attend lectures, honestly. It's not easy, but they help. There are others lecturers that will make you sleep there, you know, or that one you can save yourself, honestly speaking. If you feel like you're not benefiting, leave it. If you feel like in a lecture, it's not benefiting, leave it. Because you go there, you play with your phone, leave it. Microbiology, I think microbiology is great, doable. You just need to make sure that you attend, and again, with it, it's just about like those classes, you know, attending the concept, because understanding the concept, because everything that is written there, it's the concept. If you understand the basics on those first tests, then you are good to go. So it has a lot of practicals, it has a lot of seminars, so you make sure that you attend those things since they give you marks, attendance marks on that. You know, so psych, I won't say it's a problem. Psych you've been doing since first year, so I did it since first year. It wasn't difficult for me. Again, you SWAT, you attend lectures, it's practical now, it's practice of medicine. So the thing that helped me there is that I was consulting guys. You consult the seniors. If you know someone in fourth year, in fifth year, sixth year, you go ask them, how do I approach this thing? And again, don't forget the question papers. You go write any test, you do question papers before. Never go to a test without doing question papers. Never. And again, consultation. So that's how I survived my third year. And the other thing is that third year is good for those who need more time. You know, if you need more time to get the concept, it's good because you write your first test in March, you write your second test in probably June, you know. So you write your other one probably so it's 4 tests per subject depending, but maximum it's 4. So if you need more time to consolidate, it gives you that. But if you're that type of person who want to work under pressure, then it's going to be challenging with you. But again, you always make sure that you have fun, enjoy yourself. After something, you take yourself out, you reward yourself. And don't forget to consult, don't forget question papers. Go to fourth year. Fourth year for me, it was something I didn't even feel it. In third year, that's when I stopped being a class rep. I stepped down as a class rep, you know. So, yeah, you might be asking why I stopped. Of course, honestly speaking, I just wanted to like, I had a lot going in my life. So I wanted to focus on like other things because I was involved in surgical societies. So I had a lot on my plate that I couldn't take the other, so I had to step down as the other students, you know, okay, I'm stepping down, can you just go? So that's when that's why I stepped down. So there was quite a lot of things, mentorship and all that. So I had to step down and so that I can focus on one thing and edit. So fourth year, honestly speaking, my fourth year, that was last year, 2019, I didn't even feel it. I don't know what was happening there. I think that was the year that I got my girlfriend. So it was it was something else, like, honestly speaking, I don't know what happened. I wasn't even a student anymore. You know, I just passed. Like, I was like, I got woken up by, like, when I failed. Oh, damn, I failed this test, how come? No, I need to study. So that's how I got to make sure that I resurrect myself, you know. So it was that year where now my relationship got a chance, you know, like, hey, you laugh, you know, you go out, try, say, I'll see this test, you know, that kind of thing, you know, like, now, because back then I was just like a student, you know, my girlfriend, just like after this, after that person, it's this, that person. So you never have time to focus on a person. So now you have a girlfriend, sometimes it's very important that you don't date on those years when you're still young, because now will make sure you diverge there, and it will show you fail this man. So I had to, adjust. Oh, I got a girlfriend now. It's nice. Our relationship is nice. Now it's going well. Oh, academics. So I'll be like, until I stabilized them. Till around June, July, August. That's when I stabilized them to say, oh, okay, these things, you need to give time. You don't have to sacrifice them. They're other, So that's how I managed my fourth year. That's where I did my poem, I did my, those are blocks to hospitals, I did my forensic, my campaign, I did my community service, others, I can't remember others, because it was a hell of a year, So, campaign, I was simply, honestly speaking, last year I was simply, but campaign, I was getting like lower than my 50 something. I think my first test, even then that's when I could work on up, second test. I said, okay, let me start. And then I said, I'll go up to 70s and all that. So it was that thing. It was that thing that like drove me to be like, no, you're going to fail here. If you don't balance there, you're going to fail. So other courses, honestly speaking, like forensic, again, what I was stressed about is that 2 modules in 4th year. It's clinical pathology. If you're not careful about it, it will harm you. The second one is pharmacology. If you're not careful about it, it will harm you. So those 2 modules are important. The rest, you can plan computer forensic, you can plan just read studies, read your books and your manuals, and again, every test or exam, you do question papers. You never go there without doing question papers. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I survived, and I'm currently in my 5th year now. From next year, I'll be done. Next year, this time around, I'll be wrapping up. So then 2020 something, I'll be working. So this time around, like this is my 3rd block. So you need to be, the thing that's working for me right now is that you need to make sure that you comment, you need to make sure that you study. Like, you only do 1 block at a time. It's for 7 weeks. I started my combined, where I do ENT, where I do anesthesiology, and I also do ophthalmology. So you make sure that you are there, you study every day. The energy that you have when you're doing your first semester and all that, you utilize that energy. Make sure that you are involved, Lecturer asks this, yes, doctor, this and this, oh yes, prof, you try by all means. So that the day that you go there, get exam, because now it's a concept, what you call this, a one-on-one exam. The time that you go there, and now and then you forgot, or that day you didn't cover some topics, but the doctor knows that, no, this guy is very active. This champ is very active. So today probably it's one of those big days, but I know him. Now I can decide him off, he can pass. But now if you are that person that you chill down and you don't converse, you don't engage in the class, so make sure that you study hard, you know your work. Because now the doctor will be there with you and the doctor won't know you. So I don't know, this champ wasn't engaging in class, so why should I? So if you're not engaging in class, make sure that you instruct. You make sure. So that's the thing that has been helping me. And this is my 3rd block in surgery. I'm still using the same concept. You comment, even if you don't understand, ask the question. Those guys don't like when you ask questions, but don't ask stupid questions. But there's no stupid question, honestly speaking. So, but there's a question that even yourself, you feel like, no, here I just want to be seen. Don't ask such questions. Ask questions that you think of yourself. Yeah, this could be something. So that's the thing that has been helping me since then. And now I'm in the 3rd block, and I'm doing one surgery, and I love surgery. So I think to just recap, your ECP, you just need to make sure that you study anatomy. Then you do your chemistry in ECP1. You'll be good, honestly speaking. The rest, don't forget question papers and all that. Medicine 1, you need to be careful of physics and chemistry again. The rest, it's not a problem. Then, again, all those years, again, I emphasize about question papers. I emphasize about them. Your second year, again, it's practice of, it's anatomy and also physiology. You need to worry about those 2. And I already alluded on how to tackle them around. So you make sure you be aware of those things. Third year, it's anapath, microbiology, and pharmacology. Be aware of those 3 things. Make sure that you work around. And from 3rd year, as I've said, basically from 2nd year, consultation. You read, you consult, then you do question papers. You you make sure that you do these things. And when you go consult your seniors, please guys, don't come today when you're writing don't come on Wednesday when you're writing on a Friday, So come like prior to that to say, no, I'm going to write, so that you can be able to help you out, be aware of this, check this and this. Because honestly speaking, medicine doesn't change. If they want their heart will always have 4 chambers. They're going to ask you about those chambers. So we know what could be the questions there, So in 4th year, again, chem path, year of chem path and pharmacology. The rest you don't have to worry about. I trust that even when you're in medicine, you're capable of the rest, So those are the things that you should be worried about. But from 5th year to 6th year, it's about yourself. How do you want to go out? What type of doctor do you want to be? Because if you don't engage or you don't put yourself into medicine, you need to know the concept. Because now these are exit times. And when you exit, you need to make sure that you know the content. So this is about you now. It's not about like, do this, do that. You know that I have to read. I'm going to write, So I think the same concept with 5th year and 6th year is the same, since you're already student in 10. So there I'll do, since I'm not in the 6th year yet, I'll stop here with 5th year, So, but usually it's the same. You make sure that you engage, you make sure that you study every day, and make sure that you try and use other, like consult again. Make sure that you consult. So guys, that's all for medicine. That's how I started up in my past years of medicine, and here I am. I'm also looking forward to survive this 5th year. Next year, survive it and be done with medicine. Probably be talking about other things besides undergrad and all that. We're talking about waking, money, internship, and all that. So thanks for tuning in. Of course, guys, don't forget, my name is KB, General KB _ on Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram. Then don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share and subscribe, guys. Please subscribe. And from me to you, I say thank you. Cheers.